Hello friends, welcome back to the 12th day of live art. I can't believe it's 12th day already. This is Priya from Priya Arts Art Studio where I teach art for all ages. I hope you're all doing a fabulous job in staying safe at home. So are you ready with this materials to do our art today? We need pencil, eraser, ruler, paper, oil pastels. If you don't have oil pastels, you can do crayons or color pencils. Kavin says, how are you? Good, Kavin. Thank you. I hope you are doing good too. Hi, Sheetal. Good to see you. So we're going to start our drawing today, and before that, Kavya and Ovia here to join with us. Ovia wanted to be a witch today. Okay, so today we are going to do a fruit. Hi Shubha, hi Neha, good to see you all. Hi Meghna and Anjali. Hi Smriti, good to see you all. So today you're going to guess what fruit we are going to do. Okay, this fruit is red and pink. Hi Geeta. So this fruit is red and pink. It's not pear, Kevin. It's not orange. It's red and pink and sometimes heart-shaped. Sometimes heart-shaped. It's not an apple. It's not an apple. Shubha, Sheetal. It's not a peach. Kevin. It's not apple, Smriti. Okay, let me give another clue. This is a berry. Strawberries. Naga, good job. Yeah, so, yeah, strawberry. Ishi, good job. Pomegranate is, pomegranate or peach is not the right answer. It's a berry, so it's not pomegranate, Kevin. Strawberry is the right answer. Smriti, Naga, Mitra, good job. Yeah, good job, Shiva. Strawberry is the right answer. Very good, Sheetal. It's strawberry. So we are going to do a strawberry. Yeah, Neha, that's right. Preeti, yeah, it's strawberry. Nivedita, strawberry is right. Yeah. Strawberry, Kevin, yeah. So I'm going to tell some fun facts about strawberry. There are about 200 seeds in the strawberry, and strawberry is the only fruit which has the seeds outside the fruit. Aruna, Shriyans, yeah, strawberry is the right answer. Hi Usha, good to see you. So strawberry is the only fruit which has its seeds outside the fruit. So that's an interesting fact. And to get a strawberry plant, it's really easy to do that. You just have to put one strawberry in the ground and you'll get a strawberry plant. So you can just try any day and see if you get a strawberry plant. You only need one strawberry and bury that in the sand and it becomes a strawberry plant. It's that easy to get a strawberry plant. So today, let's do the strawberry. So I'm going to focus the paper a little more. Okay. So we're going to do the measurements first. So I hope you're ready with your pencil and eraser. We're going to start with pencil. I'm going to do pastel so that you can all see that clearly. But I would recommend starting with pencil so that it's easier for you to erase even if you make mistakes. So we are going to do a tilted strawberry. So you're going to tilt your ruler a little bit, around 45 degrees of tilt. So you know what is 45 degrees? This L-shaped is 90 degrees. 45 degrees is going to be in the middle of 90 degrees. So this is 90 degrees angle here So we're going to have 45 degrees angle, which is just in the center of 90 degrees. I'm going to tilt my ruler and do a 45-degree angle. We are going to make, so it's better to have your paper horizontally so that we have some room, enough room on the right and left side to do a strawberry. So I'm going to do 20 centimeters, one dot at the top, one dot at the bottom, 20 centimeters, and we're going to mark the center, which is 10 centimeters. So this is a 45-degree tilted measurement. So that it's gonna be slanted. The strawberry is going to be a little slanted. So we have 20 centimeters here, and we marked the center, which is 10 centimeters. So that's all with our measurements. We are going to start our drawing. So take your pencil from the bottom dot, bottom mark we made. We are going to do a curve here. So the curve is going to peak at this dot. So the other sides are going to be either inclined or declined. So the peak is going to be in the middle. So I'm going to make a curve like that. Can you say them again, horizontally or vertically? Shubha, it's better to have the paper horizontally. Sheetal, we made 20 centimeters measurement in a 45-degree angle. So I have 3 dots here at the very bottom and 20 centimeters at the top, and then I mark the center, it's 10 centimeters. And then we have a small curve at the bottom. Like a U-shaped curve. Okay, and then we're going to join the top dot, but it's not going to be, the curve is not going to be same at the bottom and the top. It's going to be little bulge at the top, and it's going to narrow down towards the bottom. So we are going to do a bigger curve at the top. It's going to be wide and big at the very top. So the top curve is going to be big, bigger than the bottom one. So this is kind of a narrow part, and it's kind of broad at the very top. Okay, so now we are going to join both together, but the curve is going to narrow down as it goes towards the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bulge that a little bit and make it narrow as we join the other curve, the smaller curve. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. It's going to have a broader angle at the top and gets narrowed at the bottom. So the other curve is going to be like that. So the top portion is broad here and the bottom portion is narrow. So we are joining the curve with the same dimension.
That's so big.
So it looks like a bulb so far. Okay, so now we can do the leaf at the top. So we are at the very top where we had the dot here, where we measured the dot here. We are going to do a tiny stem. It's going to be parallel lines at the very top. We are going to have some leaves on the side. So one like that. We are going to have another one right there. And there's going to be a couple more on the other side. Just little narrow green stem and leaf. With a side leaf, a little bent leaf here. We are going to join it right there. Okay, so now we are done with our drawing. So drawing is really easy for the strawberry, but there are some tricky parts with our coloring with oil pastels. Radhika, yeah, I'll wait for you here. So if you want to get ready with your pastels, so I'm going to do red and pink strawberry. If you want to pick any other color, like if you want to be very creative, you can do blue or green strawberry or purple strawberry. Make sure you are doing one light color and one dark color which is similar. Like if you are doing blue, you can do light blue and dark blue, light green or dark green, light yellow or dark yellow, yeah, something like that. So I'm going to do pink, a medium red, and a really dark red to do different shades inside the strawberry. So we are always starting with the darkest color. So I'm going to do a dark red. So if you're picking any other color, you can do the darkest first. I'm going to do from the middle, so I'm going to start doing the dark red. So make sure you're holding the pastel away from the paper. We are not going to cover the entire strawberry with this color. We're going to blend some 3 to 4 colors inside. So I'm going to leave the corner and just do this portion of the strawberry with dark red. So we are applying a lot of pressure. So I'm coloring with dark red here. So strawberry looks like it's pink or it's completely red, but it has shades of light and dark colors. That's what we are going to do today. So we are always starting with darker color first so that it's easier for us to blend with lighter colors. So it doesn't have to be a straight edged patch. It can have rough edges because we are going to blend anyways. So it's okay to have some uneven edges for this patch. Okay, so now I have a dark shade inside the strawberry. Can you wait? Yeah, Shubha, I'll wait for you here. So till now, we did the outline for the fruit and the leaves. And we started with our very first color. So I picked dark red. So my strawberry is going to be dark red, a medium red, pink, and little bit of yellow at the bottom. So if you're going to do any other color, make sure you have a different colored, light colored bottom, so that we can show a lot of variations inside the strawberry. Smriti, yeah, I'm waiting here. So we haven't proceeded from here. So far we have done the dark patch because we are always starting with the darkest color and then slowly blend with the lighter colors. So this part of my strawberry is going to be darker. Okay. So the next color that I'm going to pick is a medium red. You can do orange or red plus orange if you don't have this medium red color. So the other part of the strawberry is going to be little lighter than this side. You can always mix white, blend with white to make the red lighter. If you don't have that color, don't worry, you can always mix white to make it lighter. So if you can notice, I left a little bit of gap at the bottom. The corners, I haven't covered the corners yet. There's going to be another lighter tone here and on the other side as well. So I want to do a lighter red. It's little orangey here. So this is also a darker shade because I want to do light pink. I want to blend with light pink. So I'm just going to cover, after leaving a gap here, so I'm just covering this portion, and when the medium red color joins with the darker red, don't forget to go on top of the darker red. That's when it gets blended. So we need to blend them really well. So I'm applying a lot of pressure and making sure there's no white spaces. When doing the corners, we need to be very slow so that it doesn't go outside the lines. When I touch the dark red, I'm going on top of the dark red so that it's blended well. So I'm making sure I'm keeping my palm and fingers away from the coloring. We don't want to smudge our artwork. So here's where the blending happens, when two colors combine. So I'm doing the same thing here. So we're going to leave a tiny space, a streak of white space in the middle. There's going to be shine in the middle, so I'm just leaving that white space. So we need to give our shine for the strawberry. So and then I'm covering the rest of the space next to that area. I don't have a light red or orange red. Radhika, you can always mix white with your red and make it lighter. So go over with red first and then you can use white on top of it to make it lighter. Okay, so now we have this area. You can also use orange if you don't have red or orange red. Okay, so we covered this area. So we are leaving the bottom portion here because there's going to be yellowish blend at the bottom, and we are also avoiding the sides of the strawberry. So I'm just covering this portion. So we don't want to do it in the middle, which is going to be our shine. So I'm covering the rest of the portion. With the medium red. A lot of pressure so that it blends on its own. Okay. So we have both combinations of red here. So I'm just covering all the white spots. We are not keeping our palm inside. So it's okay if the edges are uneven. We are anyways going to blend them with a lighter color. So don't worry about the edges here. So we have this white space in between. So now I'm going to do pink. So if you add too much white to the red, it becomes pink. So if you have picked up any other color, you can do the lightest color for the corners. It's okay to have blue strawberry or green strawberry, purple strawberry. So I'm going to do pink on the sides. So when I'm doing pink, next to the red, we need to go a little top of the red so that it blends well. So the sides are going to be pink. I'm also blending with red a little bit. So we need to go on top of the red on the corners. Just a medium pressure is fine. We don't want to give too much pressure that the pastel gets broken. So pink on the sides. So I'm just topping it here because there's going to be yellow at the bottom. But I'm making sure it's really getting blended. That's the beauty of pastels. We can blend them really well. Okay. So this portion is pink at the top. Also, the other corner is going to be the lighter shade, which is pink here. So I'm blending with the dark red portion. So the edges, we need to be careful with the edges by not going outside the lines. We're doing it slow and cautiously. Pink on the side. So it's now nicely covered. So I'm using the sides of the pastel so that I could cover most of the space. Instead of using the pointy edge, I'm just using it on the sideways, and that's how we hold the pastels. So if you have some pastel dust, you can just take that away with a tissue paper. So don't rub it, press it too much that it might smudge. So you need to do it really lighter, like a fan. So don't press it too much to take that away. You might smudge the artwork. We don't want to give too much pressure. So the next area, I'm going to do yellow ochre, blended with yellow at the bottom. So I'm kind of blending yellow ochre on top of the red. By going top to bottom direction. Okay. So it's okay if the edges are rough. You can always blend them with the other color. Are there going to be seeds? Anjali. Anjali, yeah, we are going to do the seeds after we are done with this background coloring for the strawberry. Okay, so after the yellow ochre, I'm going to do the actual yellow and blend them slightly with yellow ochre. Ta-da! Same direction. You can go circular direction at the end so that it blends really well. Okay. Are we having a background? Radhika, we're not going to have a background. The strawberry is the main picture for us. But if you want, if you want to do a background, we could have started at the first stage so that we don't get into the artwork. So it's always better to start the background first and then do a picture. So in the middle of the strawberry, we have this gap in the middle of the strawberry. Wonder what we are going to do there. So we're going to add a little shine in the middle with a technique called scumbling. In the scumbling technique, we are not going to do in a similar way like we do for all our artwork. We are going to do tiny little circles and make it little blended. So look what I'm doing here. So we are doing tiny little circles. We are doing the coloring in a circular motion on top of both the colors, both the sides of the colors. So this is the scumbling technique that we are doing. So we are going to do circular motion and have that shine. So that's how we are going to blend that area. So I'm extending that shine a little bit towards the down. So now if you see, it's not a regular stroke. With a technique called scumbling. So now it gives a cloudy effect in the middle. So that's going to be our shine. Now for the seeds. For the seeds, we need little patience to do our seeds because it's going to have some variations with the colors. So we're going to use some 3 colors to make our seeds pop out. So I'm taking white first, and then we add yellow on top, and then we also need brown for the seeds. So for each seed, we're going to do that same thing. So there's going to be numerous seeds inside the strawberry. Yay, seeds! Yeah, Sheetal, we're finally getting on to draw the seeds. So there's going to be numerous seeds. So we are going also, there's going to be tiny details inside the seeds. Each seed is going to be drop shaped. So it's going to start with white, like that. If you see, I'm going to do numerous seeds like that, drop shaped seeds throughout the strawberry. So make sure we have our palm and fingers away from the strawberry. We are doing tiny little seeds, so it's going to be little tricky. We are doing a lot of pressure to have white drop-sized seeds. So if you see, I'm doing, so no 2 seeds touch each other though. We don't want it too crowded. So leave some space and make the seeds. What color is that? I'm just using white, Radhika. So we are making white seeds first. White drop-sized seeds. So we are not touching the other seed though. Leave a little room between each seed. Can we use brown? We will be using brown at the end to give a little shadow for the shade for the seed, but the white really gets popped out. Sheetal. So we need to kind of really press a little harder to make that white seen. So remember, an average strawberry has around 200 seeds. So we need to make a lot of seeds. So we need to be a little patient here because it takes a little while to make all the seeds. They are so tiny. Also, there are so much of seeds in the strawberry. Okay. So even though there are many seeds, they are not touching each other. They are not so much crowded. We are still leaving tiny bit of space. So I'm doing the seeds all over the strawberry.
Even in the yellow?
Yeah, everywhere. The yellow portion. So yellow may not show up a lot, but we will be making more shades to it. So don't worry about that. We just need that white spot of the seeds. I don't have a white. Neha, you can try using peach if you have peach. But we need a really light color so that it goes on top of red. Okay. So we made tiny seeds all over the strawberry. So without leaving any area. So it's all drop sized, drop shaped. Yeah, almost done. So you're all so patient. Good job everybody in making the seeds. That's a little bit of hard work. My white doesn't show up. Shri, you can try to press a little hard and see if it shows up, or try erasing that part a little bit and see if that helps you. Sheetal, my white does not show up. So if the white is not showing up, you can try erasing that areas a little bit. So that should help there, okay? So since this part is white already, the white seeds may not show up inside. But we are going to add more colors to the seeds. So I'm going to do a tiny tinge of yellow with the seeds here. So all of my white spots are going to have a little yellow tinge. Okay? So I'm going to add a little bit of yellow to my white seeds. So if you accidentally covered that up, you can add more white to it.
My yellow's not even showing up so much.
It may not show up a lot, but it has that. The top ones have those yellow tints like that. So I'm adding more yellow. To all the seeds. We can do that really fast. It doesn't have to cover the entire white. It's just a tinge of yellow for everything. So if it accidentally got covered with any other color, you can brighten that with white again. Can I use black for seeds? You can use brown, Aruna. We are anyways going to use brown at the end. for the seeds to show up. It's a nice shade that we are going to add at the end. So, okay. So now I'm going to do a tinge of brown. This is really gonna show up the seeds here. We're not going to cover the entire spot with brown, just one side. Just one side of the seeds. So if you see here, I'm doing a shade for one side. So if you see on the top, it's gonna look like that. So I have this white shade, white and yellow shade, topping it with brown on the sides. So that should really show up our seeds. So now the lighter portion really pops out. So if your white is not visible, if you have this brown edges, it will show up now. So we are not covering the entire seed though. So just on the sides, just on one side. So I'm darkening the seeds on one side. So we're not covering the entire seed, just highlighting those seeds with brown. So I still have some more on the other side. You're all doing a good job at being so patient with doing all the seeds. Okay, so this is really highlighting our seeds. That's a lot of seeds. Can you wait? Radhika, yeah. I'll wait here. I'm just doing the remaining seeds. It's okay to go in your own pace. I know we have a lot of seeds in the strawberry.
I thought the seeds are supposed to be black.
Okay. So we all did the blending really well. The seeds are a little tricky to do. Okay. Almost done with the seeds. So I have these seeds covered. We have this middle portion as well. So I'm just doing little shade inside the shine as well.
We will do seeds inside the shine? Oh,
Okay. So we are not covering that entirely though. I did multiple seeds inside the strawberry. Are you done with the seeds? If you're still working on it, I'll wait here for a second. Is everybody done with the seeds? Can we go ahead with the leaves? Our leaf is going to be 3 colored. light green, dark green, and yellow. So it's going to have all three shades of green. We need to do the leaves. Okay, Nivedita, we are yet to start our leaves. So I'm going with light green, dark green, and yellow. So we're going to start with the dark color first. So I'm starting with the dark green on the side. And then let's blend with the light green. So this is my first leaf. We need to make sure we're not going outside inside the strawberry because this leaf is closer to the strawberry. So one side of the leaf, I'm just doing the other corner of the other leaf with dark green. So let's finish the dark green portions and then come back to the lighter green to blend with it. And in the middle, so I'm just adding a streak of dark green. And for the next leaf, we're going to do the same thing. And for this portion of the leaf, I'm going to add two darker portions. One on my right side and one on the left side. So we're going to do a lighter portion in the middle. When doing the edges, we need to go very slow. Very slow in the edges. Okay, we are done with the darker portion of the leaf. Now for the light green. So I'm going to add a lighter portion on the other side of the leaf. There's also going to be yellow blended in between, so we can show as many variations as we can. And one part of the other leaf. So when we are doing it near the dark green, we are going on top of the dark green to blend with that. And for the next leaf, I'm not covering the entire stem because I want to do yellow on top. And for the next leaf, I'm adding the light green. And for the final leaf, so we are going to blend a little bit with the dark green when adding the light green. So that it looks good. Okay, we are finally left with the yellow shade in the middle. Giving a little bit of yellow. So it just shows a tiny variation inside the leaf. So we're blending that with green. Okay. Now for our shadows for the leaves and strawberry. So we are almost done with the strawberry. We're going to add some shadows. I'm going to start at the bottom, right at the point where we started. So I'm going to do brown shadow at the very bottom. I'm going to thicken that a little bit and go all the way towards the leaf. So it's outside the strawberry border. So I'm darkening that portion a little bit. All the way next to the leaf. We're going to add some thickness at the very bottom. So I'm going to add another thick layer and thin that down near the leaf. So it's going to go a little broader in the bulged area. All the way towards the leaf. So I'm going to add a little lighter shade of brown. If you don't have the lighter shade, you can always use white next to this shadow line so that it doesn't look really straight. I'm going to add a smudged look, which is going to be blended along with this shadow. So not all shadows are thick and dark. It kind of actually fades away in its end. So I'm adding a lighter brown. You can always do white if you want. So along the shadow line, I'm blending with the darker brown and made that. This is a lighter shadow, a faded one as it goes towards the end. So I'm also going to add the leaf here, the shadow of the leaf. Okay. So if you already did white here, you can stop with that. Since I don't have that faded look, I'm going to add white. If you have done a similar way like mine, like adding dark brown and lighter brown, I'm going to do a layer of white so that it gives that faded look at the end. Instead of that straight sharp edges, we're just fading away the edges. That gives a nice shadow. Okay, so I'm doing the same thing with the leaf. So it gives me a faded look. Now if you see the edges here, it's not very sharp. I kind of blended with white. And I'm going to add brown edges to the leaf as well. So I'm going to highlight the leaf with light brown. It's gonna have some shady areas for the edges of the leaf. Just on one side, one corner for all the leaves. It's gonna give that highlight to the leaf. So we're not covering the entire leaf though, just one side of the leaf. Okay. Now we are done with our shiny strawberry. You can go ahead and do your artistic signature at the end. So I'll show that a little closer. We have multi-shaded strawberry. Let's see what Kavya and Ovia have. Ooh, very nice. Okay, good job, girls. Okay, I hope you all enjoyed today's art. I would like to see all of your artworks, so don't forget to submit your artworks after you're done today. So this strawberry was requested by Kavya, and Kavya, this is for you. If you want to do any other art, you can comment it at the bottom, and we can always do it in our next class. So whatever artwork you wanted to do, you can just comment at the bottom. Yours is so good, Sheetal says that. Thank you, Sheetal. Please submit yours too. Radhika, great. Kanish wants to do a dragon. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Okay, so submit all of your artworks. I would love to see all of your strawberries. I want to see all of your creative drawings. So don't forget to post your pictures. See you on Thursday at 4 p.m. in our next class. Bye. See you in the next class.